Hey guys, so today I have an update, a small little update, but a really cool one, I think, to ColorLogic. We have a bunch of new color grades that kind of have a certain vibe to them, and I'm going to show you them all and let you know how you get the updates and everything else. But two things I want to go over with first. Number one, when it comes to YouTube and me running a channel here on YouTube that talks about Photoshop and even Capture One, but retouching techniques and tools and everything else, the truth is I don't keep up with and report on all the latest Photoshop updates. Every time Adobe drops something new, I don't report on it. I don't talk about the latest nano banana things or whatever. I mean, every channel does that and everybody does it for different reasons, most of which is clickbait. You can get the information directly from Adobe as well. So no, my channel doesn't do that. I don't operate on a ad revenue situation where I'm hoping for millions of views because I'm covering the latest clickbaitable thing. No, there's a place for that. And this isn't it, okay? I talk about some techniques, of course, that I like to show, and I talk about my tools because that is what I do. So someone asked me the other day, hey, how come all your videos lately, especially, are all about just the tools you make? How about some tips and tricks and tutorials? And I said, I sell tutorials. You know, I do have that too, but this channel is about showing the tools and how I constantly, sort of update them and advance them and show you how to use them. So it's not that sort of channel. I'm not just hoping for a bunch of views because I'm talking about the latest Adobe update. There's plenty of places to see all the new features in Adobe Photoshop 2026. And this isn't one of them. Just to be clear, that's not how I run things here. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Number two, and this is specifically about what I do. When it comes to showing updates, like for example, I have some new updates here for ColorLogic, which is my action system designed for color grading. And some people said, hey, the first time I discovered your channel was on one of these update things. And I understand the update, but I don't understand the core system. So I'm a little confused. And there's links to find the key videos of ColorLogic. But what I'm going to do today when I show you this update is a little bit of a rundown of what ColorLogic does in general, and then talk about how the update fits into it. So with all of that said, let's get right to it. I have 20 new color grades that I'm calling Acidity. Why? Because they're a lot more intense. And even though they're stackable the way color grades tend to be, especially in ColorLogic, these probably will do better as standalone. And then you can change opacity and specific settings inside. And of course, customize anything you like. These are technically stackable, but they probably will cause a little bit of a mess sooner than the other ones because they're a little bit more, like I said, a little more singular in their statement, right? So let's talk about them real quick. So what they do is you tap any of these actions. I recommend that you keep it on button mode, right? You tap one like Wild Dream and you get a color grade. And as you can see, they're fairly intense in some manner, right? So you open up the folder and you'll see that we have the RGB curves. They're pretty wild because this is what I thought looked cool, right? And then you have a curve for Luma, and there's some Luma adjustments here, which I feel, really can shape a look more than I think people give credit to. And then we have vibrance and saturation, which is interesting because speaking of Photoshop updates, the later versions of Photoshop, the newest ones, have temperature and tint on them. And that allows me to be a little more playful with some of the color modifications. So these three layers are not just to lock in one look, but in fact to modify the look any way you like, which, to be clear, like I said, is the entire premise of ColorLogic. So if we look at the original ColorLogic setup here, we have all these different colors, all these gray ones right here. These are our helper actions for finalizing, right? We have crushing shadows and boosting highlights and compression and, adding grain and noise. These are really cool for finalization. But then we have tons of red ones, for example. That's a pretty intense one. And then I can click this one. You can see how we can keep stacking them and create looks. You probably don't need 18 stacks, but over time, sometimes 3 or 4 or 2 stacks can really create some interesting looks. And then, like I said, we have the finalizing one. So let me just throw another couple colors on here real quick. That one and that one. And then there's the finalizing ones, like we have compression heavy. And then maybe we have, let's see. And then maybe we have highlight pop heavy. Let's see what that one does. And there you go, right? So we can create looks very quickly just by stacking things, by clicking these buttons as actions, right? And you can modify anything in these folders all you like. Well, all these colors are generally you know, the color of the action block here generally show you the idea. But on the acidity ones, these are just a lot more intense, because some people are asking about that. Say, hey, you know, I like to explore some wild color. So I kind of worked with that. So for example, Vicarious, really strong, but you can do all kinds of things. You can change the opacity, right? Let's go find one really strong. How about Contemplate? So that's super interesting, but maybe 65% of Contemplate is exactly what you wanted. Then you can come in and modify little details in here if you want, from, like I said, the luminosity structure, which is contrast and brightness and everything else, to saturation, and now temperature and tint in the newer Photoshop. So you can see we can get great colors, super strong colors, and still work with the finalizing actions above as well. So with all of that said, that's the main thing I wanted to show you. You can see how intense these are. I will kind of, you know, some of them are more subtle like that one, but most of them are going to be pretty intense. They're going to do a lot to the image, and they're going to make some, I don't want to say assumptions, but they're going to try to give you a final look that you can then play with and adjust. That's the whole point of the action set. And I think, to be honest, it's super, super cool. Now, another thing you can do too is you can simply put out a curves layer, and then with all of the different actions that come with ColorLogic also come with the curves presets, which you could install. So here they all are, as you can see. I already have them installed. And then down here we have Acidity. These are all the new ones. So you can choose these directly. So you can just play with these exact curves. And if you're new to color grading with RGB curves, which is why this is so cool, if you're new to it, it can be confusing. And on top of that, you may not even understand what the benefit is. One of the benefits, the key benefit in color grading with curves, is the smooth transitions and fall off between the colors in the different ranges. That is shadows, midtones, and highlights, which is really kind of the core areas you're playing with. When you change colors around using curves, they blend nicely into each other. You almost never get weird banding or clipping or anything like that throughout the color transitions. If you go and really, really push hard, then you'll force it to have a problem. But that's why these presets exist. You don't have to come here to RGB and make all the changes. You definitely can, but you don't have to. These are looks I think are cool. Many I've used, right? But at the same time, I encourage you to change them around. Keep in mind too, if you run like this one, won't know. Open it up and then go to the curves. If you're feeling like that's okay, but nah, I want to keep looking, you can just choose the curves preset right now. And you can choose let it go or stand still or whatever, using the same luma controls and saturation controls of that preset. You can also change all of these, of course. There are no rules. You can increase the saturation. You can decrease the saturation. Close the folder and keep stacking. Let's try to stack another one right now. How about Swimmingly? Boom. They're so strong. Like I said, the stacking effect isn't going to be quite as interesting, I don't think anyway, but I recommend that you try it. So let's put that one at 50%. Let's put Won't Know at 75%. And now we've got this sort of look. Okay. See, so there's just new, more intense looks, but they're still very smooth. We're not just throwing down a bunch of splotchy pixels and calling it a color grade. These are absolutely professional grade, smooth, because they're done with RGB curves. And then again, like I said, I can throw a different finalizer on here, multiple finalizers. How about a linear contrast to kind of beef up the contrast a little bit? And then maybe we're going to crush the shadows medium. Why not? And then we're going to compression heavy, a really strong compression, kind of brings the highs and the lows in there. There you go. Cool. Now, I think that's pretty nice, but I might change something like, oh, I don't know, let's go to a levels. This is a custom move now on my part. And then I'm going to go ahead and brighten everything a little bit. There we go. Cool. I have created a look in seconds from, edited. This is polished up. We got the skin cleaned up, got the background a little bit cleaned up, got a little bit of AI to add extra magazines on the floor. I don't know if you noticed that or not. And then we did a cool grade, maybe this vintage filmy thing that I got going on, or if not, scrap it all and start over. That is the entire premise of ColorLogic. So I can try stereo, which is kind of interesting. Then maybe I'll come down to the acid ones, try something a little crazy. There we go. Put that like 50%. I don't know. Okay. Oh, that didn't take. There you go. 50%. Who knows? And if I come over here, as a reminder, ColorLogic, other actions that come with it, these other colors that look cool, also come with all kinds of different options, including different gradients. And these gradients can be used also to create interesting washes of color that you may or may not expect as you're working. So that's really what ColorLogic is. It's presets of all kinds of adjustment layers that you can stack very quickly. You can change opacity. You have presets for curves, for the RGB curves, so you can choose so many of these, including the new Acidity ones, but all the others as well. You can explore color constantly, knowing that you're not just dumping paint arbitrarily on an image. You're using RGB Curves grade quality. And like I said, occasionally I throw an extra little wash of color with a gradient map just to kind of add some variation. And you can do this as subtly or as intensely as you want. So if I make this one like 50% and this one like 35%, now I've got a very soft but interesting color grade. The whole point is exploration, not exactly knowing what you're going to get. Like, I want to make it blue. Well, you want to make it blue, put out an adjustment layer and work on blue. But here is for exploration, so you can get inspired with all of these different tools that potentially could lead you to something really, really great. That's the point of ColorLogic. And very excitingly, I've created my first little update of color looks. This is 20 different actions, and they're called Acidity, like I said. And each one, as a reminder, also has its RGB curves. Oops, that's not RGB curves, is it? One second. That's a whole different situation there because of the way glam works. Which someone asked me to make a video on those glam presets right here, and I will. They're not that complicated, but I'll still make that eventually here. But as you can see, we have the RGB curves that you can install as well into Photoshop and have them available to you at any moment. And they're all customizable. So I don't ever believe in creating tools that are like, if you buy this tool and push a button, your whole world is perfect and your images are perfect. That's a lie. I like to sell diverse tools that give you freedom, that give you some convenience and speed and efficiency, but at the same time, flexibility, right? So for example, you don't have to install the RGB curves. You don't want to. You can delete any of these that you consistently hate. Just scrap them. Keep them saved somewhere in case you want to try them again, but just scrap them. You don't ever want to work with greens and blues. Don't install those. Keep exploring. Have fun, modify, customize. Are you super savvy? Can you go into the actions palette here and change these actions yourself? If you can, go for it. It's not necessarily open source. Yeah, this is my living, but at the same time, go for it. That's the whole point that I'm trying to push with NBP moving forward. So caveats aside and disclaimers aside, that's the latest update for this. As a reminder, if you are a customer of ColorLogic, this will already have been emailed to you. So it's real simple. Install it if you want. Don't install it if you don't. And of course, if you purchase ColorLogic moving forward, you'll have all of these included as well. Any questions? Just leave me a comment below.